Hi friends, today I will teach the topic VLAN. The expansion of VLAN is an virtual local area network. Before going to see the topic, we can see in this scenario. In an organization have three floors. First floor we have manufacturing department, marketing department and engineering department. And second floor we have accounting department, sales department and maintenance department. And third floor we have executives department, human resources department, administration and IT department. So each department we can use only 5 PCs, but in this scenario we can see each department we can use individual switch. The Cisco Catalyst switch 2960 series have 24 fast Ethernet ports, but each department use only 5 ports, so remaining 19 ports of that switch will be waste. So each department have 19 ports will be waste, so the cost wise it should be high, because the cost of Cisco Catalyst switch is nearly 1 lakh. So each department we can use individual switch, but each department we can use only 5 ports, so the cost wise it should be high and the performance will be slow, because the Cisco Catalyst switch have only one broadcast domain and each connected port have individual collision domain. So the drawback is large broadcast domain and large amount of unknown MAC unicast traffic. If the manufacturing department send the frames to the administration and IT department, means it will takes long time to receive the frames in administration and IT department. So how can overcome this problem? So using VLAN concept we can overcome this problem. Let's be seeing VLAN concept. VLAN is an independent local area network. Using single switch we can create more than one network. Segmentation, security, network flexibility. So segmentation means the single switch, using single switch we can create more than one network. Depends upon the port we can create the network. So we can provide the security for VLANs, and network should be flexibility if you are using VLAN. Benefits of VLAN. If we are using VLAN, what are the benefits? Easy of management and troubleshooting. If there is any problem, we can easily manage that problem and troubleshooting that problem. Minimization of errors, reduced number of routing table entries. VLAN implementation. In this diagram we can see first floor we have three department: engineering department, marketing department, accounting department, and second floor also we have engineering department, marketing department and accounting department. Third floor also we have engineering department, marketing department and accounting department. So each floor we can use only single switch. In that single switch we can create three different networks. The first network is engineering department, and second network is marketing department, and third floor is an accounting department. So like versa, second floor and as well as first floor. So okay, in first port we can create as an VLAN 10, so that is an engineering department, and second port will be create as an VLAN 20, that is marketing department, and third port will be create as an VLAN 30, that is accounting department. So this is an VLAN 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30 and VLAN 10, 20 and 30. So all the VLAN 10 is comes under the same network. So without using router we can communicate all the VLAN 10s, because all the VLAN 10 comes under the same network. VLAN 20, all the VLAN 20 also comes under the same network, so without using router they will be communicate. And VLAN 30 also comes under the same network, so all the VLAN 30 can be communicate without using router. But VLAN 10 can be communicate with VLAN 20 and 30, means using router only we can communicate, because VLAN 10 is an one network and VLAN 20 is another network and VLAN 30 is another network. So different network we can communicate, means using router only we can communicate. VLAN membership modes. There are three types of VLAN membership modes are there: static VLAN, dynamic VLAN and voice VLAN. Static and dynamic VLAN. In static VLAN, using single switch, if there is Cisco Catalyst switch we have, in that switch we have 24 fast Ethernet ports are there. First 12 ports can be assigned as a network 1 and next 12 ports can be assigned as a network 2. Using single switch we can create two different networks, depends upon the port, that is a static VLAN. In dynamic VLAN, based upon the MAC address we can create the different networks. When compared to the static VLAN and voice VLAN, dynamic VLAN is more complex. The most of the network engineers cannot prefer the dynamic VLAN. Voice VLAN. Voice VLAN port is an access port that is attached to a Cisco IP phone. The Cisco IP phone must be configured to use one VLAN for voice traffic and another VLAN for data traffic. Let's see the scenario. This is an voice VLAN. Here I will use Cisco Catalyst switch 2960 series. So fast Ethernet 0/1 port I will connect a Cisco IP phone and PC will be connected to an IP phone. Okay, here using single port it will create two VLAN. This is an voice VLAN, this is an data VLAN. Using single port it carries the voice traffic as well as the data traffic. Assigning access port to an VLAN. If you are creating VLAN, if the switch can be connected to PC, so that ports are access port. If we can connect switch to switch, means that port can be assigned as a trunk port. Assigning access ports to an VLAN, that means switch can be connected to the PC, that port can be created as an access port. So how to configure access port means switch config. It is a global mode. First of all we can go to that interface space fast Ethernet 1/1. It enters the interface configuration mode. In that mode we can give switch port space mode space axis. So here we can configure that interface as an access port. Now switch port axis VLAN 3, that means that port can be assigned to the VLAN 3, that assign the access port to an VLAN 3. 802.1q trunking. If switch can be connected to another switch, means that port can be created as an trunk port. If switch can be connected to PC or server, means server or Cisco IP phone, means that port can be created as an access port. So here we can give trunk. If the switch can be connected to another switch, means that port we can create as an trunk port. Means how to configure trunk port. Interface switch config, it is in global mode. We can go to that interface space fast Ethernet 1/1, enters the interface configuration mode. In that mode we can give switch port space mode space trunk, configure the interface as a trunk port. This is before VLAN, we can see previously. Okay, after VLAN, here we can see first floor, second floor, third floor. Each floor have 3 department, that means 3 different networks. Second floor also we have 3 different networks, and third floor also we have 3 different networks. So each department we can use only 5 ports. So using single switch, first 5 ports can be assigned to the manufacturing department, that is one network, and next 5 ports can be assigned to the marketing department, that is another network, and the next 5 ports can be assigned to the executive departments, that is another network. So using single switch we can create 3 different networks. Here also we can create 3 different networks. Here also we can create 3 different networks. So using VLAN concept, using single switch we can create 3 different networks. So cost wise it should be reduced and performance will be high, because Cisco switch have only one broadcast domain and each connected port have an individual collision domain. Here the switch 1 have 3 broadcast domain, because manufacturing department marketing department and executive departments. Three different networks are there. So each network have one broadcast domain, and each connected port have an individual collision domain. So the broadcast domain can be split up into 3. So using VLAN only we can split the broadcast domain. Thank you.